Hello team, welcome back to Adaptive Fitness Fun. This is session 26 and today is our skills-based session. Now today all you're going to need is a chair and a little bit of floor space. Okay, so we have a number of exercises that we're going to start with and they're going to be sat on the chair. And we're going to use these as a warm-up and we're going to use these as what we call activation. So we're really waking up the muscles and we're getting into a little bit of movement. So really good for mobility as well. And then we're going to go onto the floor and we're going to do a little bit of strengthening exercises where we're going to strengthen the glutes, your bum, and a little bit of back of your shoulders there as well. Okay, so really good for posture and really good for connection, especially if you're an amputee. So with that, let's start by taking a seat on the chair. We have a couple of exercises, or a few exercises here that we're going to run through. We're going to start with the lower body, so start with the legs. Now the first one, what I want you to think about is sitting up nice and tall. Imagine you've got a bowl of water on your head, and when you're slumping back like this or moving around too much as we go through the exercises. You might see me move a little bit. Some of the exercises I particularly find quite challenging. So we want to challenge our bodies, but I want you to really focus on trying to sit up as tall as you possibly can. So the first one is pretty simple. You're going to put your hands on your hips and you're going to put 1 foot forwards, touch your heels and touch your toes. So heel tap to toe tap, heel tap to toe tap. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be able to do it on my right leg. So what I would like you to do, if you've got the option of using both of your legs, I'd like you to go left foot and then right foot. Okay? For someone like myself, where using the just one leg is our only option, I'm just going to continue going through the one leg. Okay. Now, if we don't have the option of using our legs, this is where we can do our wrist rolls, which we've done in the past as well. So we're then warming up through the upper body. Okay. If you fancy more of a challenge, you could do both. You could do heels and wrists all at the same time. Okay. But I'm going to focus just on my one leg. So we're going to go for 10 repetitions, so 10 in and out. Okay, so remember I said, sit up nice and tall, hands on your hips. Hands to here just helps to sit up nice and tall and really exaggerates that posture. Okay, so heel to toe, that's 1. Remember you're alternating sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really nice. Our next exercise, what you're going to do is lift 1 foot off the ground, straighten that leg out, point your toes up, back down, back onto the floor. You then do it to the other side, where you straighten your leg out, back down, and back onto the floor, and then the same on the other side. Okay, so you're going to alternate sides. Just like myself, if you haven't got the option of doing both legs, I'm just going to do simply on the one leg. And again, if you haven't got the option of using both your legs, this is where you're going to be doing what we call a bicep curl. Okay, so you're just going to do it to the same rhythm that I'm doing this, but with your arms instead. Okay, so hands on your hips, unless you're doing biceps, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to go for 12. For those of you that are doing both legs, you're going to go for 6 each leg. Okay, but for those of us that are doing one leg, we're going for 12. Okay, so sit up nice and tall, legs slightly off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really nice, really good stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go step one leg out, one leg back in. Now I'm going to try this on my right, one out and one in. So you can see it's quite a struggle for me, but I'm going to go through it anyway. Okay, so one out, one in, one out, one in. Yes. So I'm going to give this one a go. If you can't do it with your legs, if it's just physically not impossible, we're going to do something called lateral raises, where you have your hands by your sides and you bring your arms up and back down, up and back down. Now again, we're going for 12 because I'm doing both of my legs. I'm going to do 6 on each side. If you can only do this on one side, that's absolutely fine, but it just means you're going to go for 12 in and outs, okay? Again, sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12. Really nice, really good. Okay, really good. So what we're going to do now is the same again, but without the movement. So I actually find this one slightly harder. You're just lifting your knee off and back down, off and back down. So when you think about lifting that knee as high as possible. So now we're starting to really use what we call our hip flexors, our tummy muscles, a little bit of the thigh there as well. Okay, same again. We're going to go for 12, unless you can only do it on one. You're going to do 12. Sorry, you're going to go for 6 on each leg, or you're going to do 12 on one side. Okay, if you haven't got the option of doing this one, this is where we're going to do our punches. So you're going to do 12 punches like this. Okay? Right, so here we go. So just lifting that foot off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. God, I find that really hard on that side. Excellent, well done, well done. Okay, this time, hands by our sides, and we're going to be dropping down, almost touching that floor, and back up, almost touching the other side, and back up. And you might notice that one side feels quite easy, and the other side just feels a little bit unbalanced, a little bit harder. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on now. The hands by your sides, we're going for 6 each side, which is 12, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really good stuff, guys. Well done. Remember to sit up nice and tall. Okay, we are going to move on to ankle touches. This time I'm going to reach forward, touch the ankles, reach forward, touch the other ankle. Okay, and again, we're going for 12. So when you think about sitting up nice and tall, so you're not slumping as you go down, you're going to rock forwards, take the weight on the back of your legs and touch. Okay, so even on my prosthetic side, I can feel that weight coming through my hip. So that's what you want to aim for, okay, rather than taking it into your back. Okay, let's go for 12. Rock forward, nice straight back. The other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really nice, really good. So now what we're going to do is a variation of our scarecrow rotations that we've done before, standing. But because we're sat on the chair, put our arms onto our shoulders or arms onto our chest. If your hands are out here, you might end up hitting the chair. Okay, if you're sat on a high back chair like myself. So hands onto your shoulders or hands onto your chest, elbows out like this. And we're going to be rotating around as far as you can. Back in, and rotate the other way, and back in. The same as going to the side. You might find that one way is slightly harder or slightly easier than the other. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Just learn what your body is capable of. It's not a problem. We're going to really work through it. Sitting up nice and tall. Remember, 6 each side, 12 altogether. Off we go. 1, nice big twist. 2, sitting up nice and tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, last one, and 12. Really nice stuff, guys. Brilliant. So you should feel nice and warmed up right now. What we're going to do is get onto the floor. So you're just going to put your chair away, put it to one side, and just find a bit of floor space. Now the first exercise we're going to go through, if you've been following this series, we would have done this one before. It's called a glute bridge. You're going to lie onto the floor, lie onto your back. Now, if you've got the option of bending both of your legs, that's the option we're going to go for. If you haven't, you've got to keep one leg straight. And what we're going to do is just going to use one leg. So your leg's going to go up in the air. You're going to push your hips off the ground and back down. Off the ground and back down. Okay? But if you've got the option of bending both legs, we're going to go through pushing up and down. We're going to have 15 of these. Okay? So really ready, off you go. 15. 1. Pushing those hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Really nice, really good. Okay, lying onto your side. This time, top leg needs to be straight. You're going to lie as if you're lying down or sleeping. And you're going to use your hip to lift that leg up and back down. Up and back down. So you can almost put your hand here. I don't want you to see you moving your body like this. Keeping your hips, your stomach nice and still. And you're not arching with your back at all. You're just using that hip bone. So I like to put my hand on my hip. Bring it up and back down. 1, 2. Okay, and we're going to go 15 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Really nice, guys. Really well done. Okay, lying onto our backs. We're going to do something called a flutter kick. Okay, so this again is for the hip flexors, for the thighs. You might feel a little bit through the stomach there as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is put both our hands underneath our bum or lower back. This will just help to support our back a little bit. We're going to aim to lift both our legs off the ground. 1 down, 1 up. 1 down, 1 up. Okay, and we're doing this walking motion. It's called a flutter kick. Like you're doing backstroke in the water. Okay, so we're going to go for, what should we do? Let's do 20 of these. Okay, when you're ready, off you go. Both legs off the ground. 1 down, 1 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest of there. Whew. Well done, guys. Really nice, really good. So, rolling onto the other side. Turn this way so I can see you. And we're going for the same one again, but obviously the opposite leg. So, lying as if you're sleeping. Lift that leg up and back down. Up and back down. Okay? So, we are going 15. When you're ready, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really nice, really good stuff. Okay, lie onto your front. Lying on our front. This time we're going to be working onto the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to have arms out straight in front of us. And I want you to think about squeezing your bum. So even though we're working on our shoulders right now, I want you to think about squeezing your bum. I don't want you to arch that back too much, and your legs must not come off the ground. Okay? What we're going to be doing is similar to what we did with the flutter kicks, but this time with the arms. Okay? So I'll demonstrate. Arms out straight. Squeeze that bum. Keep the feet on the ground. Hands off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So we're going to be walking the arms, just like we did with the legs, the flutter kicks. Let's go for 20, guys. This one is tough. If you feel any pain in your back, you must stop. Okay, guys? But squeeze that bum and that should take that pain away. Okay, here we go. Arms off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, feel the spice on that one, eh? Feel it in the shoulders. Okay, we've got one more to do, guys. Sorry, 2 more. My mistake. The next one is hands by the sides, making this T shape. What we're going to do is roll those thumbs up, shoulders off the ground, and we're going to pulse up and down. Again, my feet stay on the ground, they don't come off, and I squeeze my bum. Okay, a little bit more so you can see me. Okay, good. So we're going to have 15 of these. So thumbs up, hands off the ground, look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Really good stuff, guys. Really well done. Okay, we have one more. Make sure we're in space. This time it's a bit of a mixture between those last two that we've just done. We're going to be doing big circles with our arms. This is our very last one, guys. Very, very good for postures, working the back of the shoulders. Really good for the posterior chain. We're going to be doing reverse snow angels. Okay, so lying on the ground, face down, hands off. We come down to our sides and back up. Down to our sides and back up. This one is tough. Let's go 15 of these, guys. Okay, so keep those feet on the ground. Squeeze that bum. Okay, when you're ready, off we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent stuff. Guys, well done. Excellent. Really good stuff. Really good stuff, guys. I'm really impressed with what we've done here. I hope you've enjoyed this adaptive fitness fun as much as I have. I hope you've taken enough from it. I've really enjoyed working with you guys, even though I can't see you, even though it's virtual. I've really enjoyed the feedback that I had. And yeah, it's important that we stay active. Even as amputees, it's important we stay active. It's important that we challenge our bodies and we learn what our capabilities are. So keep doing this, guys. Keep going through some of these. You can replay any of these sessions, obviously, on YouTube. And keep practicing. Keep growing. Keep getting stronger. Good stuff, guys. And have a fantastic rest of your week. Cheers, guys.